You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station. The time now is 8 o'clock, time for another hour of the great music that came out in the 1960s with the 60s and Nostalgia Show. The 60s Nostalgia Show is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. And Cotter and Stevens are electricians for both domestic and also commercial, and that includes dairy farmers and other sorts of farmers. Real wizard guys down at Cotter and Stevens. And if you're a farmer and a dairy farmer and you're looking for someone who knows his way around the shed and his way around milking machines, go and see Mike down at Cotter and Stevens. Tonight on the show we're going to continue to feature Kiwi music from the 1960s, and playing in the background just at the moment is the Carlisles and their version of Lead Belly's Goodnight Irene. Some great Kiwi tracks coming up over the next hour, and we'll all feature Kiwi artists and bands from the 1960s with songs recorded in the 1960s. The Carlisles here and Goodnight Irene. Before we kick the show off, just like to mention, I saw in the Listener this week that there's going to be a new series on Prime TV called The 60s, and it's going to start off next Tuesday at 8:30, and it's a 10-part CNN series about the decade that changed America and by extension the rest of the world. So it looks at all the things that are happening or did happen in America over the 1960s, such as the Civil Rights Movement, Vietnam, the race riots, and you name it, it probably did happen in the States.
Hey! I can see you with your feet firm on the ground and your budgies in the paper lost and found. Your superannuation's up to date, but the payment on your car is 1 month late. Little knowing man, I can see you with your feet firm on the ground. Little knowing man. Yes, what happens when the lights go off? You're a monster just like the Karloff. Kill people and pull out their fingernails. Catch pussycats and swing them by their tails. Little summer man, you're right, with your feet firm on the ground. Little summer man, you're right, with your feet firm on the ground.
Well, all right, fellas, I want to tell you about my main girl. Whoa, she's all right with me. And I want to tell you about my main girl. Lord, her name is Fannie Mae. Ow. 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 Won't somebody tell me what's wrong with me? I said, won't somebody tell me what's wrong with me? Well, I ain't in trouble, just a full of misery. Fannie Mae, baby, won't you please come home? Whoa, Fannie Mae, baby, won't you please come home? Well, I ain't been myself, baby, ever since you've been gone. Well, I can hear your name ringing on down the line. Hey, I can hear your name ringing on down the line. I wanna know if you love me, baby, or am I just wasting my time? All right. Ow. I know, whoa, whoa, whoa for me. I know, whoa, whoa, whoa for me. I wanna know if you love me, baby. I'm just so full of misery. Hey, Fannie Mae, baby, won't you please come home? Whoa, Fannie Mae, baby, won't you please come home? Well, I know, baby, since you've been gone. Yes, yeah. Oh, come on. Ow.
Max Merritt and the Meteors there, and the old Buster Brown song called Fannie Mae. Next up, we'll have a track by the Chicks, but just suddenly realised I hadn't told you what I played first. In case you didn't recognise it, it was the La-Di-Dahs and All Purpose Low. And the La-Di-Dahs, the guitarist on it was a guy called Kevin Borich, and he went to primary school with the Chicks.
If you don't know how to do it, then you're out of luck. Shove your baby in, twist her all around, then you start a stomping and a moving all around. A wriggle like a snake, a wobble like a dove. That's what you do when you do the hucklebuck. Now here's a dance you should know. Hey, baby, when the lights are down. No, hey, love your baby then. Go, hey, a little bit of shake, a little bit of this. If you don't know how to do it, ask your little sis. Shove your baby in, twist her all around. Then you start a shaking and a moving all about. Wriggle like a snake, a wobble like a dog. That's what you do when you do the huckleback. Yeah! Shove your baby in, twist her all around. Then you start a moving and a shaking all about. A wriggle like a snake, a wobble like a dog. That's what you do when you do the huckleback. Do the huckleback, 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 do the huckleback.
The Chicks there and the Hucklebuck. Just another reminder that some shows on Arrow FM are being televised over a Wairarapa TV, not live, but we record the program and they will play them. I think this one plays 3 days a week at various times. Monday morning, sometime Wednesday or Thursday, and also on Friday. And you can catch those as part of Wairarapa TV's schedule on Freeview 41, and you can also download the Wairarapa TV app on your smartphone or your iPad, and that means you can listen to lots of different interesting shows from Arrow FM whenever you like. And all you need to do is go to the App Store or Google Play or whatever it is for Androids, and just search for a Wairarapa TV. 13 minutes after 8 o'clock here on Arrow FM, and let's have this simple image.
Makes me wanna give her a whirl. Beauty in the sky.
The Simple Image from Wellington, the grooviest girl in the world, and if my memory serves me correctly, that band was actually formed by workers at the Todd Motor Company, the vehicle manufacturers out at Porirua. I noticed there was a quick item on the TV news during the week that the Rolling Stones have started another tour, and the old boys are going to kick it off. And if I hold this up, you probably won't be able to see me, so may not be a bad thing. But they're actually kicking it off, have kicked it off Thursday the 17th of May, so they would have kicked it off yesterday at Croke Park in Dublin, and they're playing a lot of shows around the UK, and just looking at the list of them, there's quite a few. Some of them are sort of only a couple of days apart, and they're playing all over the place. There's a show in Southampton, there's one in Manchester, one in Edinburgh, Cardiff, London, and then that's on the 19th of June, and then they pop over to the European countries and start off with a show in Berlin. And the interesting thing I noticed from this, and I'm not sure where these tickets actually entitle you to go to, but the one at Croke Park, the tickets start at 121 New Zealand dollars. The one at London Olympic Park is 118, and several of them are around the $118, $120 mark. So, as I said, I'm not quite sure what style of seat they allow you, but there's very good prices for seeing a whole lot of geriatrics. Righto, let's have Dinah Lee and Reed Petite.
So romantic. When you're far away, I'm always blue. If you want me to be groovy and roll you got to do? Hold me.
He said, hold me.
Honey, won't you hold me? Yeah, 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 hold me. Never let me go. Take me. Honey, won't you take me?
Take me.
Never to forsake me. 'Cause I love you so. Thrill me.
He said, thrill me.
Let your kisses thrill me, yeah, yeah, thrill me, like you alone can do. Just take the time and hold me, tenderly unfold me. But don't you ever try to hold me away from you. Thrill me.
He said, thrill me.
Let your kisses thrill me, yeah, yeah, thrill me, like you alone can do. Just take the time and hold me, tenderly unfold me. But don't you ever try to hold me away from you. Never try to hold me away from you.
Ray Columbus here and Hold Me. That brought the time to 23 minutes after 8 o'clock here on Arrow FM, and you're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors and masters of a lot of things down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. Right, next up we will have the formula. Then I might try to give you a little bit of a flavour of what Auckland radio was like in the 1960s.
Like looking out across the sea of dreams, the horizon looks much closer than it seems. Come take a boat with me, girl, and enjoy the rounds of Dream World. Come with me. We'll see colors like you've never seen before. Nice patterns that each one of us can draw. For it's simple and it's easy, there's things waiting to be seen there. Come with me. Come with me, we'll be gone. Join our hands and sing a song, and we'll all soon be there. There's no worries, there's no cares, all our troubles melt in air, and we'll all soon be there. It's time to go and we must take our leave. We'll say goodbye and drift off with the breeze. Once there, I'm sure you'll find that there's no place on earth just like it. Come with me. Come with me, we'll be gone. Join our hands and sing a song, and we'll all soon be there. There's no worries, there's no cares, all our troubles melt in air, and we'll all soon be there. Looking out across the sea of dreams, the horizon looks much closer than it seems. Take a boat with me, girl, and enjoy the rounds of Dream World from me. Come with me, we'll be gone. Join our hands and sing a song, and we'll all soon be there. There's no worries, there's no cares, all our troubles melt in air, and we'll all soon be there. La 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 la
There have been various CDs in the last few years with snippets of what New Zealand radio was like in the 1960s, and they feature all the popular shows like the Sunset Show down in Wellington, a few bits and pieces from Radio Hauraki. But there was a CD put out by Frenzy Music a couple of years ago, and if I show it, put it up there to the camera, top of the dial, and music and broadcast from Radio Hauraki. And of course, Radio Hauraki turned radio broadcasting on its head in the 1960s when they got onto the good ship Terry and went out into the Hauraki Gulf. So hopefully this works out and it's not an absolute disaster, because there's a couple of overseas songs as well. But what I'm going to try to do is start it off with Tommy Adley singing a jingle, and then we'll play Sandy Edmonds, When You Walk in the Room. There's another few jingles, and then we'll skip over Amen Corner, another couple of singles, and a few more, and then we'll finish off with Ray Wolf and the Avengers, their version of It's the Same Old Song. And hopefully this just might give you a little bit of an idea of what it was like listening to Radio Hauraki 1480.
You are right here on Hauraki, home of the good guys.
Sandy Edmonds. That is Sandy Edmonds. The song is called Every Time That You Walk in the Room, happening for Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Peter G. on Hauraki, you are the one we did. 'Cause the sound is oh so big. Peter G. on Hauraki, we dig to see you on Hauraki.
You're traveling first class with radio.
More music, more music, more music, more music.
Okay, we go right back from the Fab 40 time tunnel. Okay, you gotta believe it. So we go right back a long, long time ago. Right time in Hierarchy is just 3.5 before 12 o'clock. It's oral tone time. Oral tone adds to your fun. Knocks your friends out one by one. A real cool flavor, what a treat. Makes your mouth smell like your breathe fresh. You've got a sweet scene going with oral tone. Liquid drops or tablets. Oral tone. Breathe fresh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Wolf and the Avengers will now sing Peter Telling. Peter Telling is a good guy. You're sweet as a honeybee, but like a honeybee stings, you're gonna let my honey pain. All you left is our favorite song, the one we dance to all night long. Just a faint, sweet memory of a tender love that used to be. Now it's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. It's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. Silly little fool am I, to hear an old love song and wanna cry, but the melody keeps haunting me, reminding me how in love we used to be. Keep hearing the pump that used to touch our hearts, saying heaven forever, breaking up never. It's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. It's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. Yeah, but the memory keeps lingering on. Every time I hear our favorite song, now you're gone. There's just emptiness. I only reminisce the happiness we left. We used to dance to the music, make romance to the music. Now it's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. It's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. I wanna hear it. Same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. It's the same old song, but with a different meaning, and it brings me up to hear it. Same old song, but with a different meaning. This is it, sound of modern radio, home of the guys.
Well, hopefully that worked out all right. A string of tracks from Radio Hierarchy, and the Peter Telling that they were referring to was one of the original good guys on Radio Hierarchy. He was an Aussie and a great broadcaster along with a lot of the other good guys. And what we might do is I'll see if I can pick out from the CD a series of tracks featuring the good guys, and we'll play that after this song from The Simple Image.
A cripple taught me how to dance. A blind man taught me how to see. A fallen angel taught me how to fly. And a prisoner taught me to be free. And now I spring, spring, spring to this magic land. heading back to the beginning of the end, the master's hand. I've seen the world tomorrow, a sparkling grain of sand, a watch by reeds of laughter going far. The master's hand. Spinning, 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 I'm dancing now, I've got no feet. My eyes are gone, the light shines bright. My wings are clipped and as I soar, our love runs free forevermore. And now we're spinning, spinning, spinning to this magic land, heading back to the beginning of the end, the master's hand. I've seen the world tomorrow, a sparkling in the sand, the wash by reeds of laughter going far. The master's hand. Why not come dancing on with me? You'll see this love was meant to be. We'll fly through space without a care, for we are brothers from despair. And now we're spinning, spinning, spinning through this magic land, heading back to the beginning of the end, the master's hand. And now we're spinning, spinning, spinning,
The Simple Image there, and spinning, 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 bringing the time to 21 minutes to 9 o'clock here on Arrow FM, and you're listening to the 60s and Nostalgia Show, kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. Righto, we've got a few more tracks lined up from Radio Hauraki, and this one features a DJ called Barry Knight, who I think was not an original good guy, but it was certainly pretty weird. And he's going to ramble on a bit, and then we'll hear Larry's Rebels with Maureen. But first up, we've got Barry Knight.
And thank you very, very much indeed, Peter T. And a very, very good evening to everybody. Good evening, New Zealand. Until 10 o'clock tonight, you with Barry Knight.
Drive slow and let them grow, let them grow, let them grow, go slow.
You're not what you seem.
a jingle? I bet we haven't. No, who needs jingles on a day like this? And have we something?
My sister for a little blue transistor. I've been listening all day to Barry Knight. All day, all night.
Heavens above.
Right, let's have another track by Larry's Rebels, and I Feel Good.
Such a hard time. You better stop it, baby. Stop. I lose my mind. But no matter how I try, just keep it feeling mine. When you're here, so help me, dear. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Good. Love beyond compare. You got the kind of love that's so rare. But no matter I try, just keep it feeling mine. When you're here, so help me, dear. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good.
Right, Larry's Rebels there, and I Feel Good. Right, I will have one more snippet from bits and pieces around Radio Hauraki. It's must admit it's making me quite nostalgic for that great little radio station. And first off, we are going to feature something from Ian McGann. He was an original good guy and part of the team that actually got the ship out in the Hauraki Gulf, and then Rick Grant takes over, and Rick Grant is the sad part of Radio Hauraki. When they got a license to broadcast from land, they were bringing the Tiri 2 back to shore, and he fell overboard and was lost, and it's just a sad ending to a great adventure. So we'll do that, and it finishes off with Alison Durbin's I Have Loved Me a Man.
Know how you can make your jug of beer taste even better? A quart of Guinness, a jug of beer, half fill your glasses with Guinness, and top with your favourite beer. What a way to take that great Guinness goodness. Guinness half and halves. Seems to make your favourite beer taste even better.
Tune a Good Guy Radio. The time is 7:30. Our special guest on the show tonight is Alison Durbin.
Hey, you get a positive charge out of
The Good Guys.
you.
Peter T will be on air at 8 o'clock tonight. Alison, of course, I Have Loved Me a Man was the big record, you know, winning the Golden Disc Award and everything else, which made you really big time in this country.
Yes.
But it wasn't released overseas because of
Morgana
King's
Kings, yes.
rendition.
Well, we thought that it'd be better not to release it.
Yeah.
After such a long period on the charts, it would have been pretty hard for me to let it, make it go again.
Thought we'd spit it in right now.
I have loved me a man like my mama did. I have loved me a man, tall and tender, his hands like my daddy's were, and a mind that understands, and the arms that held me when I was crying, the lips that kissed away the tears. They're a part of the man that my mama loved, and I have loved me a man. I have wed me a man like my mama did. I have wed me a man. I can still feel the warmth of the words he said. He had my heart tight in his hand, and in the morning I would wake by his side and wonder what I could have done to be loved by a man like my mama loved, and I have loved me a man. I will bear him a child like my mama did. I will bear him a child. She'll be gentle and sweet like my mama was. I'll watch her grow, and in a while she'll ask me, Mama, what should I want from life? And I will tell her with a smile, just be loved by a man like your mama did, and I have loved me a man, and I have loved me a man.
Right, 9.5 minutes to 9 o'clock. Let's have a track now by the Wellington band, The Avengers. A beautiful song called Out of Sight, Out of Mind.
Now summer is past and autumn is at hand. There's a chill creeping underneath your door. There's a west winter wind blowing cold across the land, where the warm winds of summer blew before. And I stand at your doorway and I find that the good times we knew are far behind, and the wind from the west blows the golden fires of summer to fly out of sight, out of mind. Once I said I'd stay on till the sun no longer shone, till the wind turned from warm to winter's chill. Then if fancy should move me, I might as well be gone, or then again I just might remain here still. But with the change in the wind I'll carry
Great track from the Avengers from 1969. Time for one more, and let's have Larry's Rebels.
I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour to see my love come tumbling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour when there's no one else around. I'm gonna take you, girl, and hold you and do all the things I told you in the midnight hour. Oh, yes, I am. I'm a man, that's what I am, baby, yeah, I know it. I'm gonna wait till the stars come out to see the twinkle in your eyes. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love begins to shine. You're the only little girl I know. I really, really love you so. The midnight hour. Oh, yes, I do. I'm getting through to you now, baby, all right. Oh, I hope so, yeah. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour to see my love come tumbling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour when there's nobody else around. Just you and I. Just you and I, baby Lou. And I'm gonna take you by the hand because it's 12 o'clock now, baby. And I'm gonna hear you say to me in a voice so low and nice. I'm gonna hear you tell me you love me. And you're gonna say to me, yeah, 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 well, I'm gonna take you, girl, and hold you, baby. Do all the things I told you in the midnight hour. In the midnight hour, baby. In the midnight hour. Ooh, right. Yeah, baby. Oh, you're really getting through now. Oh, I wanna tell you, child, I'm really loving you. Oh, yeah.
Larry's Rebels there, and Midnight Hour bringing to a close another edition of the 60s Nostalgia Show. First broadcast all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM, and brought to you with the kind sponsorship of Cotter and Stevens down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough.